Good morning. Welcome to Learning Happy. My name is Anna Simon. I am a registered nurse, health coach, Zumba instructor, and passionate entrepreneur of sorts. Today, I'd like to quickly talk with you about intuition, anxiety, happiness, and all of the above. What is intuition to you? Would you agree that it's like when your gut is telling you something? It's that gut instinct. The fact is, though, is that I think for most of us, we often ignore our intuition and we listen to our mind and not our intuition, which is our heart. And if you might have heard me say before that you should only listen to your heart. That's something that Princess Diana once said, and it's something that I am seriously taking to heart and think of on a daily basis. And when I make decisions, I think of that quote, only listen to my heart. What is my heart telling me, and what's going to truly make me happy? For years and years and years, looking back now into grade school, I've had anxiety my entire life. And once I realized what it was, I felt like I was an outsider. I felt weird. I felt like people didn't understand. My friends didn't get it. And I didn't understand why. Why couldn't I be more like other people? So I went on medication to try and be more like other people, and it did help me feel a little bit better, but I continually had anxiety. The fact is I didn't want to stay on anxiety, so I would try to go off of the anxiety. I didn't want to stay on the medication, so I would try and go off of the medication, and then I would end up with anxiety again, so I'd go back on the medication. It wasn't until about 2 years ago when I made some choices in my life, in my head, and said that I was just going to be true to who I was, and I started eating healthier. I went off anxiety medication, and I've never had to look back. Now, what does that have to do with intuition? Well, what it has to do with intuition is that what I've learned about myself and my anxiety is that I have always gotten anxiety the most when I'm doing things that I don't like to do. Now, I know that this might sound weird, because when I was in grade school, it would be when I'd have to go into school early in the morning, I'd get a lot of anxiety. When I was in college and after graduating college, I would get a lot of anxiety when I had to go to work. Now, I know I'm not the only one that happens to. You know, the Sunday night blues when you get really bad anxiety before going back to work on Monday? There's several different things to consider with anxiety, but there's one that I'm going to touch on today, and that's following your intuition. It's not easy to do, but I'm going to tell you right now that following your intuition and following your heart is just guiding you to who you're supposed to be. There is something inside of you that will never change. Your soul, your heart, who you are as a person, your intuition is never, ever, ever going to change. And as long as you continue to do things that are against that, you're going to continue to have anxiety. Now, like I said, there's other things that are components of anxiety, but I have found for myself this to be a huge, huge, huge contributing factor. So, does this resonate with you at all? Think about anxiety in your life and when you get it. Now, for the first time in your life, I want you to know that I'm giving you permission, and you have permission. Give yourself permission to say, maybe some of the things I'm doing in my life aren't what I'm supposed to be doing. What are those things that you're truly passionate about? What do you enjoy doing? And find a way to do more of it and do less of the things that cause anxiety. Just because other people can do it and might feel happy doing it or don't get anxiety from doing it, like going to the same job that you go to, or different obligations that you might have, that doesn't mean that you have to feel like you should be happy doing it too. All it means is that you're meant for something else. I have found people with anxiety to be the most sweet, caring, passionate, and wonderful people. But the thing is that they're not letting themselves be who they're meant to be. So I encourage you to take those steps to start being more you, following your heart and your intuition. Please subscribe to my vlog. This is called Video Blog, and send it to people who might relate. Thank you.